coming, a lot of the stuff that John was talking about resonates with me quite a bit. And what he's describing is what I call a government out of control. Well, to be more accurate, it isn't out of control, it's just out of our control. And it's under control, but it's under the control of a wealthy few. And so that's who it serves. Now, the purpose of government is to serve us. If you look in the Constitution, and particularly in the Declaration of Independence, you find that it's very clearly laid out. The purpose of the government is to provide security for us and to make it possible for us to pursue our happiness. The whole purpose of government is to serve the people. And it's the people in our system that bring the government into being, that create the government, that authorize the government to do anything. And as Thomas Jefferson made absolutely clear, we have the authority to change the government if it doesn't do its job. That's what the American Revolution was all about. It's time for another American Revolution. Hopefully a peaceful one, but a revolution nonetheless. We have to establish a government that follows the Constitution, honors the truth, and serves the people. Now, that's the motto of my organization, the Patriots. Follow the Constitution, honor the truth, serve the people. It sounds very simple and obvious, but we haven't had a government like that for a very long time, if ever. And that's the kind of government we need. Again, the whole purpose of government is to serve the people, and in my old age, I've come to the conclusion that you can't have a government that serves the people unless it first does the first two, follows the Constitution and honors the truth. Because all the things that have been done that hurt the people, that kill millions of our people, whether it's wars, lack of health care, you name it. It's because the government is not following the Constitution and not honoring the truth. They have violated the separation of the branches. They have concentrated power in what Cheney called the unitary executive, in other words, the imperial presidency. They have managed the powers that be, the ones that select and control the president, Trilateral Commission, Bilderbergers, all those guys. They have managed to control not only the executive branch, but the other two branches as well. We have the best Congress money can buy, and we have a Supreme Court that is very carefully selected. Now, they the media, the corporate monopoly media, makes us think that the litmus test for selecting a Supreme Court justice is abortion. Democrats want a justice that's for abortion rights, and the Republicans want justices that are pro-life. Has nothing to do with it. That's a smokescreen, another one of the government myths to distract us from what's really going on. The appointees of George W. Bush and many of his predecessors, when you take a look at the deliberations that they go through and when you get inside information on what is discussed, it turns out that there are two criteria that they want in a Supreme Court justice. Number one is to uphold the power of corporations over the people. And number two is to uphold the unitary executive over the legislative branch of government. And so we now have a Congress that will abdicate its responsibility and write a blank check to a president and say, well, hey, if you want to go to war, do what you want. Of course, in violation of their responsibility according to the Constitution. Only the Congress can declare war. They haven't done it since December 8th, I guess it was, 1941. That's a long time. And during that time, we have invaded and bombed 50 or 60 countries illegally, unconstitutionally. We have a Supreme Court that treats a clerk's note about an offhand comment by one of the justices not part of the official proceedings. And they use that as precedent to say that corporations are persons under the Constitution and have the rights and responsibilities thereof, including First Amendment free speech rights to spend as much money as they want, buying up voters, buying up politicians, and buying up elections. So all three branches of government at the moment are under the thumb of the big money interests whom they serve. That's the situation as I see it, and that's what we need to do something about. Now, I've just finished writing a book. I'll probably revise it, but I've got it on my computer, finished, called A Populist Vision of America. And in that vision, it's all about getting a government that serves the people. And when we think about, who chooses the president, the Republican owners of the Diebold and ES&S electronic voting machine companies, the Supreme Court, it certainly isn't us. But even if it was, it wouldn't make much difference, because we haven't had a candidate in a major party to vote for that wasn't a member of the Trilateral Commission and handpicked by them since John F. Kennedy.